Welcome to the Year of the Earth Dog, Gemini. Year of the Yang Earth Dog begins on February 16th of 2018, lasting through until February 4th of 2019. Dogs are funny animals, great actors, and they easily manipulate their owners. So people who think they're a dog's master are in for a great realization. People do everything for dogs, so who's really in control, the pet or the person? Animals, especially dogs, are able to perceive angels and are keen sensors of impending geophysical activity. With that said, during this astrological transit, it will be good to know what angelic forces are at play. In the book of Proverbs, chapter 30, verse 29 to 31, watch this in the Webster Bible translation, there are 3 things which go well, yes, 4 are comely in going. A lion which is strongest among beasts and turneth not away for any, a greyhound, a he-goat also, and a king, against whom there is no rising up. So even the good book has good things to say about a dog, especially a greyhound. Primary guardian angels for Yang Earth Dog year. Elemental Archangel of Earth, traditionally known as Uriel, will present as guardian angel during this cosmological progression. Year of the Dog in Chinese astrology associates with zodiac sign of Libra, the scales, in Western astrology. So in Western astrology, you've got the divine tone of we balance, and you've got the natural 7th house, and you've got here, this is what associates with the year of the dog. Okay, because of the autumnal associations. This is the Hebrew month of Tishrei it associates with, and in a natural chart that begins with the sign of Aries as being the first house, or the kind of attributes associated with Aries, the first house, you end up having this being the 7th house. So you have, this is you, Gemini, you associate with the Hebrew month of Sivan, and this is again the 3rd house. That's kind of transportation, communication, that kind of thing, Gemini, and their color here being orange on the astrological associations in many Kabbalistic and Hermetic orders. Now, we have sort of an emerald color being what is used for Libra in those same associations. So again, we have Libra, the scales, associated with the 7th house of kind of commitment and legal issues. And you've got, because remember, it's the scales, we balance, balancing the scales. And we've got the Hebrew month of Tishrei, and you've got, it's the 7th house, and you've got the Chinese Astrology Association of the Year of the Dog. So this is what's going to be coming up during this time. So that's the Western, the Hebrew, and the Chinese associations. And when you think about it, because Libra associates with the elemental archangel of air signs, now this is referred to in many ancient Christian and Hebrew traditions as well as these kind of scriptures being the archangel Raphael. There's a lot of sources that quote Gabriel as being water and Raphael being for air, and Michael being for fire, and you have for Earth Uriel. But for Libra being an air sign, cardinal air, you've got Raphael representing the air signs. Zodiac angel of the seasonal attribute of Creator's great clock is going to be what is going to be coming into play. So astrology and this kind of thing is nothing but understanding the working of God's great universal clock. We are taught through oral tradition and Kabbalah writings that astrology archangel or zodiac angel Zuriel is our correspondence for this portion of Creator's astrological transit expressed in extra biblical Christian and Jewish writings. Zohar is what we recommend as a primary source of written Kabbalistic knowledge. These angels and archangels present in their masculine forms due to Yang elemental associations of Yang Earth Dog year. Now often the Archangel Gabriel will present female, and our representation is female. That's what we have. But during Yang Earth Dog year, you might want to get some kind of masculine representation for the Archangel Gabriel when you're dealing with that portion, which we're going to be talking about here in a moment. Secondary guardian archangels for Yang Earth Dog year, the elemental Archangel Uriel. Again, Archangel Uriel is in effect for Earth element for entire Earth Dog year. Okay, so that's going to be Uriel. Elemental Archangel, again, you want to use Raphael in effect for air element. Air element for especially first portion of Yang Earth dog transit due to autumnal seasonal associations. It's because of the autumn association with that. For the first part of the 9th lunar month attributes, again, this is in Chinese astrology that associates the year of the dog with this time of the year, and it associates with that season. It's a season, and even there's great, epochs even have seasons. And again, that is going to bring you into an association in Chinese astrology that's associated in Western astrology with the zodiac sign of Libra. Libra, the scales. In the first half of the year being cardinal air, because Libra is cardinal air. And that's corresponding to the zodiac angel Zuriel. Elemental archangel Gabriel, in effect of water element, for particularly second portion of Yang Earth dog transit due to autumnal seasonal second half of 9th lunar month qualities in Chinese astrology associated with zodiac sign of Scorpio and second half of year being fixed water corresponding to zodiac angel Barchiel. So for the first portion it's going to be Zuriel, and then it's going to be Barchiel, because even though Tishri and Libra associate with the dog, there is an overlap there. So the dog year is going to be associated with Scorpio during the second portion. So that's the Scorpio attribute, because Libra comes after is before Scorpio, because Libra's 7th house, Scorpio's 8th house. Okay? And the 8th house is associated with those visceral things like birth, sex, death, and death. So understand that. Now, Earth coordinates are going to be, we're going to talk about the Earth coordinates and the angelic invocations and also the celestial coordinates. So we're going to be getting to that as well. So really, awareness of Western and Eastern calendar associations is going to be very helpful for you. Earth and celestial coordinates are as follows. Earth coordinates of elemental guardian angel. For Earth coordinates, the North elemental archangel of Earth using Uriel. For Earth coordinates, for East elemental archangel of air, Raphael. For Earth coordinates, South elemental archangel of fire is Michael. And for Earth coordinates, the West elemental archangel of water, Gabriel. Now for the celestial coordinates of elemental guardian angels, the celestial coordinates up above, because in the Earth pentagrams are used, up above in the celestial coordinates hexagrams are used. And hexagrams are the Star of David, and the pentagram is an association with, many people that are in the military have pentagrams, and there's on many cathedrals there's pentagrams. It's it's an esoteric knowledge, like the enneagrams. Now, celestial coordinates of elemental guardian angels. For the celestial coordinates are as follows: the North elemental archangel of water. For celestial coordinates, it's going to be the Archangel Gabriel of water. For celestial coordinates, the East elemental archangel is going to be fire, Michael. East elemental is Michael, fire, in the celestial coordinates. For the South elemental archangel, it's Earth, Uriel. In the celestial coordinates, the South is Earth, Uriel. And the West elemental archangel of air, Raphael, is for the celestial coordinates of elemental guardian angels. So very important that we have a difference between them. They can also utilize, we have a feng shui compass that we've utilized, because we want to talk here a little bit about what we're going to be talking about, the Bagua and the planetary squares, the magic squares, which are associated. There's actually a lot of associations that are, a lot of times it's just a different language and different culture, but the same information. So what we want to mention here is that in feng shui, in the Chinese system, one uses the Bagua, which is based on the square of Saturn in Western Hermeticism, or Western Hermetic system. Now, as we're now in the age of Aquarius, it's ruled by Saturn and Uranus, whereas Pisces, what we're leaving, was ruled by Jupiter and Neptune. And so there was a lot more merciful kind of attribute in the Piscean age. Now there's going to be more of a, a Saturnian or Saturnine and attribute from Uranus, which is, kind of gives it a very strong and somewhat restrictive effect. So the Bagua is based on the square of Saturn. It could become very restrictive. I'm not saying you can't use it, but it will be extremely restrictive. So you might want to utilize some of the Jupiter squares, or the square of the Sun, Sol, so that it's not quite so intense. It doesn't mean you cannot use the square of Saturn for your Bagua, but you might want to take the other squares into account so that you can find more mercy and more wiggle room during this messianic era. So we specialize in that. Okay, now regarding some of these important associations, encourage calm associations between northwest and southeast compass directions during Yang Earth Dog year beginning on February 16th, 2018 and ending on February 4th of 2019. Astrology lucky charms for this sign during year of Yang Earth Dog are as follows. For Gemini, the lucky charm you want to use is Pearl. And the colors are orange, green, and yellow. The numbers are 6, 7, and 8. For Earth Dog lucky charms, the gemstone Diamond. The colors green, red, and purple. The numbers 3, 4, and 9. Number combination specifics 1, 6, and 7 are not recommended during a dog year. Color combination specifics use green, red, or purple diamonds in a dog year. Gemini personality during a dog year brings out qualities of being life of the party, attracting towards those able to provide opportunity for more lucky outcomes in life. Like-minded people, animals, plants, or user-friendly robotics give new meaning to the age-old adage, birds of a feather flock together, bringing anyone in your social, economic strata into your life for friendship, business associations, or love interests. Politics will also adopt more of a tier system reflecting interests of various groups, religions, economic or social layers of society, in that candidates who look, think, and act like you will be your best choice, Gemini, providing to be most likely by the twins, Gemini. It's gonna prove to be a time where Gemini will focus on who is most able to make sure everybody gets what they need to find happiness in life. All creatures are properly cared for with Gemini's creatively thinking mind during a dog year. Yang Earth Dog year will bring much success to Gemini personality during the first half of this transit, while love and romantic pursuits will inspire Gemini heart and mind throughout second portion of astrological progression. Year of the Dog repeats every 12 years, while Year of the Earth Dog repeats every 60 years. So Anubis is the Egyptian representation of the dog, the jackal-headed god. You're going to also want to bring in associations of the star system of Sirius during this dog year, which will be very important. And the star system of Sirius is a very beautiful type of energy to bring in. Earth Dog year is formed from the attributes of being the fifth heavenly stem of Yang Earth, gotten from 10 celestial elemental qualities, and the 11th earthly branch gotten from 12 terrestrial animal personalities. It's important to note here that the 10 heavenly or celestial stems are derived from the 5 elements in Chinese astrology, which are fire, metal, wood, earth, and water. Now, in Western astrology, we have fire, air, earth, and water. We have 4. In Chinese, we have fire, metal, wood, earth, and water. So metal and wood take the place of air. Now, the 10 qualities are comprised of the characteristics of yin and yang divisions within the assigned elemental attributes, with this current year of the Earth Dog being a Yang Earth Dog year. Therefore, there are 10 aspects gotten from yin and yang characteristics of the 5 Chinese elements. Dog loves other dog personalities, tiger and horse. Dog really likes pig, rabbit, goat. Dog likes snake, rooster, ox, monkey, and rat. Dog dislikes dragon. Now, Gemini, mutable air, the yang qualities of the year of the Yang Earth Dog will increase your active and energetic qualities, giving you extra vivacity during this transit, especially when general cooler dog qualities of autumn are taken into account. Dog year increases your awareness of position in the pack, so you should do well with bringing more opportunity for advancement to yourself and those you care for. Gemini, the twins, year of the dog lesson. Make use of excitable types of animal persons or human persons who clown around, or people who try to get your attention, to make use of your fantastic mental acuity and imagination. You have an ability to bring your ideas into physical manifestation so others can gain from your patience and others can gain from your presence, because you've been very, people think that you fly off the handle, that you have a lot of various, that your mind is very quick. But in reality, because you're a great thinker and you have a great imagination, you actually have great patience with people, and you're actually very compassionate. Now, you find yourself one of the higher ups, bringing you and those that you care about, your family, your friends. You're going to bring everybody much enjoyment during Earth Dog year. Gemini, the twins, year of the dog blessing. Expect more friendships to really blossom between people, and it's also going to blossom between groups that are often considered as occupying opposite ends of the spectrum during Yang, and that's the Yang Earth Dog year. And that's the transit that's a masculine brown dog transit. Now, opposites will attract now more than usual, which will be beneficial, especially for Gemini, since the twins are a reflection of every individual's light and shadow side. Relationships will be at their very best, as will cooperation between different organizations or ideologies. Dog is energetic, therefore, this is an eventful astrological transit. Every sentient being finds their place in Creator's great universal kingdom, with luxury attained by all those who so desire it, because your ability to manifest is at its peak during Yang Earth Dog year. Earth Dog attributes occasion to anchor oneself in relationships, careers, and position deemed important to the individual by her or himself. Top dogs become concerned with improving living and working conditions of underdogs. Those neglected or abused are cared for. Study and creative endeavors are great undertakings during this particular transit. Earth Dog advice. People love your friendly and down-to-earth personality. Nevertheless, being mindful of the other's personal boundaries. That's going to be very important. Earth Dog influence. Well aware of status and position, while simultaneously mindful of common goals and unified needs between all creatures. Who eats first is a concern. However, everyone being able to eat enough for good health is a must. That's going to be important. With that said, there is no need to rush, because dog eats fast, but earth element calms him down to digest properly. Yang is masculine, day, hot, fire. Summer, dry, outer, energetic, expanding, spirit, dorsal, or the back. Earth is worry, melancholy, cold, damp, sweet, mouth. General fixed dog associations, autumn, middle, social, earth, yang, and Libra. Again, we're talking about Libra. It's associated with Tishri and the year of the dog. There are 5 elements in Chinese astrology, being fire, metal, wood, earth, and water. Again, in the Western, there's 4, fire, air, earth, and water. So we have metal and wood instead of air, but they are different aspects of air. Now, fire controls metal. Metal controls wood. Wood controls earth. Earth controls water. Water controls fire. So remember, we have the compass. We have the directions. We have all the elements, and we have how you build the various elements, trigrams and hexagrams of the various forms. Now we have, this is the circle of life. As we come full circle, we attempt to balance the 5 elements. Fire is joy, heat, bitter, tongue. Earth is worry, damp, sweet, mouth. Metal is grief, dry, pungent, nose. Water is fear, cold, salty, ears. Wood is anger, wind, sour, eyes. To calculate the Chinese New Year, simply count the second new moon that comes after the winter solstice. A disclaimer is in order here. High magic can be dangerous. This is intended exclusively for entertainment purposes. Information found in this document is based on the oral tradition known as Kabbalah, taught to me by Rosicrucian clergy when I was but a young girl, the facts of which I have committed to memory. Thank you for joining us, and please join us again.